Yo guys, and as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, I am going to be doing my review for Summerslam last night. Feels so weird that we've got another Summerslam to watch tonight. Um yeah, it's been good though. I'm enjoying the fact that we get in 2 nights of Summerslam because I was a bit like I don't know at first because obviously we're so been used now. We're so used, sorry, to WrestleMania being like 2 nights because obviously that is the Super Bowl of WWE. You know, that's the main PLE in the WWE calendar year. Sometimes being obviously a very like close first, to be honest with you, with WrestleMania being joint first with WrestleMania, to be honest with you, because it's such a big show and so much crazy shit happens on a SummerSlam PLE, and it always has been like that. That it makes sense for SummerSlam to be 2 nights, but the only negative, not negative, sorry, I have about the only concern I have about SummerSlam being 2 nights is that it makes WrestleMania not as good from now on, like even like worse than it was this year. I know this year night two was great, but night one wasn't that great at all. But I'm just worried and concerned that it's now next year's WrestleMania is not going to be like as like crazy as it used to be because now they're going to start doing 2 night SummerSlam, so they're going to not put as much energy into WrestleMania because they've now got to also put a lot of energy into having SummerSlam for 2 nights. It's the only concern I have. Like I'm loving that we're getting 2 nights of PLE, WWE PLE, of course, But yeah, that's the only concern I have about SummerSlam being 2 nights is that now WrestleMania will take a little bit of the brunt of it being SummerSlam being now 2 nights. That WrestleManias are not don't feel like WrestleManias as much because they're starting to not. This year's really didn't feel like WrestleMania. Like the stage looked absolutely fucking incredible, and we had some high matches, um, on the WrestleMania card. But at the same time, a part of WrestleMania this year just didn't feel like a WrestleMania, especially night one. It like apart from the main event, didn't really feel like a WrestleMania because the entrances weren't as crazy and things like that. So I'm hoping this doesn't make WrestleMania even more like down here because now they've got the focus of 2 night SummerSlam. But yeah, I do rate SummerSlams and PLEs. I don't know why I said SummerSlams. I do rate the PLEs, and I haven't given it a rating yet. And I rate it out of 5. And if I gave it out of 10, a 6.5 because the beginning match was absolutely fucking fantastic, and the main event was absolutely incredible, like booked to perfection, and so was the first match booked to perfection. But the matches in between weren't great. They were decent at best. So we kind of had a little bit of a rough patch in the middle of the show. So for that reasoning, I probably would give this a 3 out of 5. Because a 6.5 out of 10 is kind of similar to a 3 out of 5. So yeah, I'm giving this week's SummerSlam a 3 out of 5. I do hope that tonight's is better. It should be because we've got the TLC ladder match. We've got every single match apart from Dominic versus AJ Styles as a stipulation. So we've got 5 stipulation matches tonight, and every single match I noticed as well a few days ago is a championship match. Like I didn't actually clock it until like a few days ago that every single match tonight is a championship match. So tonight's going to be good. Hopefully. According to Triple H, we haven't seen nothing yet. So whatever that means, I have no idea. But yeah, let's kick on with the SummerSlam review because I want to get this video out and filmed as quickly as possible because obviously we've got SummerSlam again tonight and the pre-show again tonight at 8 p.m. on WWE's YouTube channel if you're wanting to watch the pre-show. But yeah, let's kick on with the review of SummerSlam last night and I'll let you guys know my thoughts. And yeah, the match that kicked off night one was Jey Uso, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker in a tag team match. I did predict that this match would kick off the show. My mum predicted that Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross would kick off the show, but I done my match order before CM Punk was officially announced as the main event of tonight's Summerslam. So even before that, I knew that CM Punk versus Gunther was going to main event because of the possibility of a Seth Rollins cash in. So I knew that that was going to be main event. So I knew like immediately that Roman, this match right here would kick it off because CM Punk and Gunther were going to main event, and I just felt that if Roman's not main eventing, he will kick it off, and that's exactly what happened. But yeah, no, I'll say the ratings after I've spoken about the match. But yeah, we had him, Jey Uso, of course, them beating the shit out of, well, Jey Uso and Roman beating the shit out of Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, and then halfway through, well, not even halfway through, like 2 minutes into the match, we had the re-roll of the Jey Uso's entrance. I'm liking that he does that now. When he's like in the middle of a match, he will just start, they'll fucking turn on his entrance music, and then everyone, the crowd will just start eating. Like, I like that they've included that now into like Jey Uso matches. But yeah, no, that was funny. Braun cannonballed Roman outside of the ring, which looked fucking insane. Like, he didn't like cannonball him and like he holded his knees. He like full on like just jumped and used his whole body weight to fucking knock over Roman. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I wasn't going to turn my fan on, but I'm going to turn it on because it's a bit warm in here. Yeah, but he used his whole fucking body weight to yank himself onto fucking Roman Reigns. I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck was that? Oh, everything's flying all over the place now. Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because that was fucking insane. Like, fucking insane. Jey Uso took most of the beating in this match, which I knew was going to happen because obviously Roman Reigns is filming Street Fighter alongside Cody Rhodes, so I knew that Roman wasn't going to be in this match for very long periods of time. I knew that he would have like moments here and there, but I knew that he weren't going to be like the main person in this match. It was going to be Jey Uso, so that wasn't like too frustrating and annoying because I just knew that was going to be the plan like the whole time. And then Roman done a dive to the outside where he almost broke his neck and his shoulders. Like, what the fuck? Like, he overshot it. Or I don't even know if, well, yeah, he kind of, is it classed as overshot in it? I don't know. No, I think he didn't really overshot it because he landed on Bronson and Braun, you know. But because of his height and probably the weight of Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, he just flipped himself completely over and landed just like dead ass on his shoulder and the side of his neck. I was like, oh my god, he's broke his neck and his shoulder. He's broke his neck and his shoulder. Because he started holding it immediately, and I was like, shit. Like, he's just about to film Street Fighter and he's fucked himself up by breaking his neck and his shoulder doing a dive. But no, he was fine, but that looked painful. And it was fucking crazy to witness, and I dead ass thought he had broke his neck and his shoulder, like 100%. We also saw a clothesline to Bron Breakker onto the announce table, which was fucking epic. They're both so incredible together. Like, I really, really want to see Bron Breakker versus Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match at some point. Maybe that's a WrestleMania match, to be fair. Like, that is a WrestleMania match, Bron Breakker versus Roman Reigns, because those two are like quite similar with their moveset and just how like powerful they are, but also Bron Breakker's got like a little bit more like crazy moves, like with the whole like cannonball that he did with his whole body weight, like that sort of stuff. Like, we need to see a Bron Breakker and a Roman Reigns match definitely at WrestleMania or at Royal Rumble or at SummerSlam next year. It's just some even this year, like not sometime this year obviously, but any PLE this year, we need to see a one-on-one match between these two, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, because Braun Breaker and Russell Reed, no, Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns, because that would be absolutely fucking incredible to see, like absolutely incredible to see. We had a clothesline to Jey Uso from the top of the ropes that I genuinely thought that was it, and Bronson Reed were going to pick up the victory, and I was like, shit, I'm already a match down with my correct winners, but no, Jey Uso, I think Jey Uso kicked out, or did they not go for the pin because Roman got involved? I think Jey Uso kicked out. And then we had a spear to Braun Breaker from Roman Reigns to the barricade, which knocked out Braun Breaker for like 2 minutes, if that. That was a bit odd that he weren't out for a bit longer, because he got speared into the barricade but wasn't out for very long. I found that a little bit odd. And then Roman and Jay done the 1D to Bronson Reed. They definitely struggled to pull it off as good as Jay and Jimmy do with other people, but Bronson is quite a big guy, so it's understandable that they kind of struggled to like lift and thing. He didn't really get very high, but yeah, they did do the 1D to Bronson Reed, and Roman Reigns and Jey Uso picked up the victory in this match opener for SummerSlam Night 1, and I did give this match a 4 out of 5. There's probably a lot of other stuff that I'm missing that happened from this match, but I'm not going to write down every single little thing that happens. I just write down the stuff that I feel is, for me, is worthy to like talk about, and I want to talk about. So yeah, I did give this match a 4 out of 5 because it was an incredible match opener for SummerSlam, and I was like, okay, this match was really fucking good, and it was just a normal 2-on-2 tag team match. So I was like, it's probably going to be decent, but I didn't think it was going to be good, like as good as it was. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't, because it was just a tag team match. If it was a tornado tag team match, then it probably would have been a 5-star match. But because it was just a tag team match, I was expecting it to be like a high 3 or a 4 at most. And of course, I did give it a 4 out of 5 because it definitely deserved a 4 out of 5 rating for the match, because it was so enjoyable. And I did think that the rest of the show would follow on and would be as good as the first match, or near enough as good as the first match, but that's not how it happened. That is not how it happened. But I did get this pick right. I did say that Roman Reigns and Jey Uso was going to pick up the victory against Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, and I was correct. So yeah, match 1, correct. Match number 2 was the Women's Tag Team Championship match between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. And this match was okay. It wasn't great. Every time Alexa went to tag Charlotte, she got taken out. So Alexa kind of took the brunt of the majority of this match that happened last night. The match was mainly Alexa. We didn't really get to see much of Charlotte, and that's not even just the beginning of the match. Throughout the whole thing, we didn't get to see much of Charlotte, which I found very, very weird. I thought it would be very 50-50 with everybody, or not even 50-50, 25 each, with everybody getting sort of 25% involved, but it kind of was like 50% Alexa, and then Charlotte had like 5% of the match. She didn't really perform in the match, which I found very, very odd. Yeah, because I was kind of hoping for like a very 50-50 balanced tag team match, but no, we didn't get that. We did not get that at all. We had a beautiful moonsault to Roxanne and Raquel Rodriguez by Charlotte Flair. Her moonsault's actually really, really fucking good. They're not as good as Tiffany's, but they are still very, very good to watch. Very good to watch. Alexa accidentally took out Charlotte Flair, and I was like, shit. Are they really like doing this? Like, I was saying to myself, I was like, are they really doing this already? Like, they're really like taking each other out by accident already when they've only just become like official like tag team partners? Are they really starting to do this already? But I don't feel that Alexa and Charlotte are going to be a tag team for very long. I really don't think that they're going to be a tag team for very, very long, because the fact that Alexa's already taken out Charlotte by accident is making me think that they're going to start doing this, like, hopefully not every time they're in the ring together, but every so often, to the point that Charlotte's had enough that she turns on Alexa. I think that's what they're going for. But we did have new Women's Tag Team Champions crowned last night in Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I did predict that Alexa and Charlotte Flair were going to lose and Roxanne and Raquel were going to win, because I said in my prediction video that I felt that they had only started to gel well together, Alexa and Charlotte, and I felt because they've only just started being a tag, that they weren't going to win the tag team championships just yet, and they were going to keep them on Roxanne and Raquel, because eventually Roxanne would turn on Raquel and they would lose the tag team championships that way to Charlotte and Alexa or some other team. So I was expecting Roxanne and Raquel to have a little bit of a longer title reign, and then Roxanne turned on Raquel, or Raquel turned on Roxanne. Like, either or, I thought one of them were going to turn on each other. But no, they went with the decision of Alexa and Charlotte becoming our new women's tag team champions, which I'm happy about, because I did say in my prediction video that I'm happy if Charlotte and Alexa win, but felt that Roxanne and Raquel was probably the better option. Yeah, I would say still that Roxanne and Raquel probably made a bit more sense to carry on their championship reign for a little bit longer. But I don't know, maybe it's made me question even more now that AJ Styles will win tonight, because I have got AJ Styles winning tonight. But I don't know. I did give this match a 3 out of 5 because I felt it was decent. It could have been a lot better than it was, but I felt it was a decent tag team match. It wasn't as good as obviously Jay and Roman versus Braun and Bronson, but I did think it was pretty decent to watch, and I did enjoy it, so I did give this match a 3 out of 5. Match number 3 was very close to probably being worst match of the night, sorry, not match of the night, what the hell, and that was the match between Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. It was very 50, don't get me wrong, it was very 50-50 at the beginning of the match. Like, both of them kind of got, actually no, throughout the whole match it was very 50-50, and then Kross brought the pipe into the match. He tried using the pipe, but he didn't. I think Sami Zayn countered it with the Blue Thunder Bomb, but didn't pick up the victory. And then we had a few near falls by Sami Zayn, where I thought that Sami Zayn was going to pick up the victory. And then Scarlett tried to give the pipe to Sami Zayn for Sami Zayn to finally use it and turn to the dark side, as people say. But he didn't use it. He just chucked it. And I thought that was going to be the match, the part of the match where Karrion picked up the victory, because Sami Zayn got distracted by this whole pipe situation, that Karrion was going to do his finisher and he was going to pick up the victory. But no, Sami Zayn won. Why? What was the point? I don't understand. What was the point in them redoing Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, and this whole thing of Sami having to say that he was a liar or whatever the quote was, and then if Karrion lost he had to say the quote. None of them said the quote, and then that was it. Like, it was a very abrupt ending as well, but what the fuck was the point in the match? Because why are they still doing Sami Zayn as a babyface? Like, everyone's bored of it. Like, barely anybody was cheering for Sami Zayn. Like, everyone was cheering for Karrion majority of the match. Like, no one wants Sami as a babyface anymore, because it's just boring now. It's just the same thing all the time. Like, the same thing. Oh, I'm so sad I'm not World Heavyweight Champion. It's just boring now. Like, it's so... I love Sami Zayn, don't get me wrong. I do like Sami Zayn. I think he's absolutely incredible in the ring. Like, he is absolutely incredible in the ring. But this babyface character that he's got at the moment is so fucking boring that this was the match. where it made a hell of a lot of sense for Sami to turn to the dark side and beat Karrion by beating him up with the pipe, because technically that's a very heel move to do. Or even Karrion picked up the victory and then Sami thanked Karrion for bringing out the dark side of him, like that kind of like situation. But no, we just got him teasing that he was going to use the pipe, and then he just chucked it and then he picked up the victory. Like, what? Like, surely him chucking the pipe and not actually using it leaves Karrion to pick up the victory because he's been distracted. Like, what? Like, what the fuck was this match? Like, what the fuck was this? I gave it a 2 out of 5 because I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, absolutely dreadful. Like, absolutely dreadful. But yeah, I gave this match a 2 out of 5 because I just thought it was fucking, it was shit, to be honest with you. It was shit. But anyways, let's move on. Match number 4. Sorry that the quality keeps going a little bit weird. It's because it's very, let me try and change the quality. Hang on, guys. There we go, that might be better. Anyways, match number 4 was Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship. This match right here was 7 minutes long. 7 minutes. What the fuck? Like, 7 minutes. That's crazy. Like, that is actually crazy that this was 7 minutes long. Like, what the hell? We had a brilliant suicide dive by Tiffany Stratton at the very beginning of this match. It was very back and forth. Very back and forth. We had a lot of near falls, especially by Jade Cargill, where I thought that Jade Cargill was going to pick up the victory. And then Tiffany Stratton won. That is literally all I have written down is those 4 things. That's it. Because it was 7 minutes long. 7 minutes. I don't understand what happened and why. Well, actually, I can understand. Jade Cargill needs a lot of work. As much as the match last night was not terrible, like I did give it 2 out of 5, but it wasn't because of the match. It was because of how short it was and how boring the storyline was and just how quick and boring it was. That's why I gave it a 2 out of 5. But the match itself, like, wasn't like terrible. I felt that Jade had a decent showing last night, but she's just not championship material yet. Because we have to remember that Jade Cargill joined WWE in late, I think she joined in 2023, but didn't actually make her official debut until the Royal Rumble 2024. And was it the Royal Rumble 2024? Yeah, it was. The Royal Rumble 2024, right? She had a decent showing in the Royal Rumble, but I knew from that point that she needed some work on her wrestling skills, like she does. And then obviously she had a match at WrestleMania 40. Again, she was in that match a bit, but not a lot. She has had a lot of matches throughout the last year and a half, but she's had a couple of matches where she's forgotten what she was meant to be doing. Like, she's gone for the pin too early. She like messed up her move, so she hasn't been wrestling for very long, and I feel like she just needs to work on her craft a little bit. And we also have to remember, right, that she's only been in the WWE for like a year and a half, like fully as a wrestler, and this was her first title defense. Like, this was her first, not title defense, this was her first title opportunity, singles title opportunity, and she's not quite championship material yet. Like, she's not. I feel like in the next like 6 months, when she's like worked on her like craft a little bit more, because she's getting better every time she's having a match. She is getting better. Like, she genuinely is getting better as she has more matches. But she needs to have a few more matches and a few more like title opportunities, and then she will become a champion. She's not quite there yet. And yes, she won the Queen of the Ring and beat like a former champion in Asuka, but they had a whole different thing going on with Asuka, and plus Asuka had only just come back to WWE, and it weren't the right time for her to win. Anyways, because she's only just come back from an injury, and she had this whole situation going on with the Judgment Day as well, but I felt that it was better for her to be a part of like this whole Kyrie and Judgment Day situation than it was for her to be in the championship match, because she's only just come back to WWE from like a hand injury, I think it was. And she beat Naomi at Evolution, yes she did, but she beat Naomi to the point that Naomi was, you know, bleeding and battered and bruised, because Naomi was cashing in on Rhea and Io in the main event of Evolution, and they didn't want us to believe that she was going to do that. So that's why Jade won. And it made a hell of a lot of sense for Jade Cargill to win both of those matches, but it just didn't make sense for her to win this match last night. It just didn't. Like, Tiffany Stratton winning this match was the right decision. I did go with oh, by the way, on the last match, I went with Karrion Kross to pick up the victory, so I got that match wrong. So I am currently 1 out of 4 right, because I said that Jade Cargill was going to pick up the victory because I just thought she was. But now that I'm looking at the bigger picture of it all, Tiffany was the right decision. As much as her title reign's been fucking dreadful, Tiffany was the right decision here, because Jade's just not championship material yet. She's just not ready. Like, not ready. Like, no offense to Jade. Like, I enjoy Jade in the ring, and I enjoy watching her, and her entrance is absolutely fucking amazing, and I enjoy her. But she's just not quite championship material yet. She just isn't. So, yeah, Tiffany winning this match was the right call. And I did give this match, like I said, a 2 out of 5, because it was very quick and boring. But yeah, I am currently 1 out of 4 right, which is great. And then match number 5, we had Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. And this, before I get on to what happened in this match, this was way better than I thought it was going to be. Like, especially Jelly Roll. Like, Jelly Roll actually had a very, very, very good showing in this match, and he actually can wrestle. Like, he can. Like, he actually done a lot of the moves better than some of the actual wrestlers in WWE right now. Like, what the hell? Like, I actually really fucking enjoyed him in the ring. Like, really enjoyed him in the ring. I will say now that on my prediction video, I did say that Jelly Roll and Randy Orton was going to pick up the victory. But when I actually done my predictions in the first place, I picked Drew and Logan Paul. So I went with my second option in Drew and Logan Paul winning. Because I technically did say Drew and Logan was going to win in the first place, not Jelly and Randy Orton. So I kind of got this right, kind of didn't. I don't know. But when I actually wrote it down on my notes on my phone, I said Logan and Drew McIntyre. But yeah. Anyways, Logan cheap shotted Jelly Roll before the match even started, and that's when Jelly Roll was like, I'm starting this match. Like, no, Randy Orton, you stay there. I'm starting this match against Logan Paul. And he done well. He done well against Logan. Like, he done way better against Logan than I thought he was going to do. I thought they were going to go with, like, Jelly Roll getting, like, beaten down for the majority of the match, but they didn't, and I'm glad they didn't go down that route. I'm glad we got, like, a bit of, like, Jelly Roll actually getting to have an opportunity to beat the shit out of Logan and Drew. Well, not much Drew, but Logan. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it, and I'd actually be excited to see Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul in a one-on-one match. Like, I'd actually be down for that, and I never thought I would say that, but I actually would be down for a Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul match, one-on-one, 100%. He did make a bad decision, though, in slapping Drew McIntyre. Don't know why he done that, because that was a good slap, though, a very fucking good slap. He just slapped the living shit out of Drew. And then Logan and Drew destroyed Jelly Roll, of course, which I thought was going to happen for the majority of the match, but it didn't. Like I said, I'm glad it didn't. Logan was flung into the barricades, think by Randy Orton. Yeah, it would have been by Randy Orton. We had a brilliant frog splash by Logan Paul when he like got the 2 prime bottles and smashed them both together. And then I did not mean to clap, so sorry if I made anyone jump. Yeah, he smashed them together and then done an absolutely incredible frog splash to Jelly Roll while he was laying on the round table. I actually thought Randy Orton was going to like move him out the way, but he didn't. He took the fucking frog splash. Was not expecting that. But yeah, no. We had a great showing by Jelly Roll. Absolutely incredible. Like, I have to give him that. As much as I was not looking forward to this match and I thought it was going to be really terrible and I was just like, oh, why are they doing this match in the first place? It was actually a pretty decent tag team match to watch. Like, actually very, very much enjoyable. Very much enjoyable. But Logan and Drew did pick up the victory, which I did have ticked originally. But then I was like, thinking to myself while I'd done the prediction video, Jenny and Randy Orton might have won, so I went with that option. But then when I actually wrote it in my phone, I went with Drew and Logan Paul. But yeah, so I am 2 for 5, which is not great. Match order wise, I only got 3 out of 6 matches right. Yeah, I got 3 out of 6 matches right for the match order, so I didn't do that very well either. So I'm 3 for 3 because yeah, the main event went in my way as well. Sort of. I guess in a way I'm 4 for 7 because technically we had another match. Technically we had 7 matches last night, so technically I'm 4 out of 7. Technically. But yeah, the main event of or did I say my ratings? I didn't, did I? The ratings for this match between Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus Jay Roll and Randy Orton, I did give it a 3 out of 5 because I felt it was better than the Jade Cargill match and the Karrion Cross match. This match was definitely 3 out of 5 because it was fun, it was enjoyable. We had a couple of high spots and Jelly Roll had a good showing. Kind of gutted that Randy didn't have much input in this match, but other than that, it was a really enjoyable match to watch. So yeah, I did give this match a 3 out of 5. Now, we're on to the main event of SummerSlam Night 1, which was between CM Punk and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's a very old wrestling style at the beginning of the match. It was a very like old fashioned, like kind of not old fashioned wrestling, but like very like 90s wrestling at the beginning of the match, where they would be very slow. They would lock up, choke holds and arm bars and things like that. Like, it was very old fashioned at the beginning, which I actually quite enjoyed. And then we had countless chops by Gunther. Like, I mean, I'll say about 30 to 40 chops to CM Punk. It was very 50-50 at the beginning as well, which I really enjoyed, but those chops were fucking insane. Like, we got so many chops to CM Punk that I was like, holy fuck, like, okay, that's enough now. Like, okay, calm down, Gunther, like that's enough. Like, you've chopped him enough, I think. He's like fucking mush at this moment. It's fucking hell. Gunther chopped every part of his body as well when he was up on the ropes. He was like chopping his back, he was chopping his chest, he was chopping his knees, he was chopping his feet, he was chopping his hands. Like, he's chopping literally every part. I was just like, alright, like, what the fuck? I've never known like him to chop like every single part of his body in a match before. I don't think he's ever done that before. I don't know, he might have done, but I don't think so. Yeah, and I literally just put lots of fucking chops. Because that's pretty much what the match was. It was pretty much a chop fest. And yeah, Gunther was destroying CM Punk for the better half of this match. And to be honest with you, about 75% was Gunther. Like, absolutely beating the shit out of CM Punk, which, because of what happened at the end of the night, it made sense for it to go like that. But I knew it was going to go like that anyway. Like, I knew that Gunther was going to beat the living shit out of CM Punk, and then CM Punk would get a burst of energy and pick up the victory. Like, even if what happened at the end didn't happen at the end, I knew that that's how the match was going to go anyway. But yeah, Punk done Brett's signature. Well, Gunther done it before Punk done it, but they both done Brett's signature, which I'm not a massive fan of Brett. Never felt that he was that good in the ring. Never felt like he's that he's even that good in the ring anyway. And I don't see the hype about Bret Hart. I really don't. No offense to CM Punk and everyone that likes Bret Hart. But I don't get the hype around him. I really don't. But they did do his signature, which was cool to see. But everyone does this sharpshooter, so it's not like it's a move that's not used very often, because Charlotte Flair does it, Natalia does it, CM Punk does it a lot, Seth Rollins does it, like Gunther does it, like Jey Uso does it, like everyone does the sharpshooter, because it's a very common move to do and a very quick and simple move to tap out your opponent. So yeah, it wasn't like nothing special. We had a lot of chops. So Gunther would chop the shit out of CM Punk would chop Gunther, not the shit out of Gunther, but he would try, which was funny to see. But he did make Gunther bleed though, like on the chest with one of the chops, which is very, very good. Well done, CM Punk. I wasn't expecting Gunther to bleed from one of CM Punk's chops, because CM Punk cannot chop as good as fucking Gunther can. I can tell you that for free. We had a near fall to Gunther's frog splash, which, oh my god, Gunther's frog splash, it looks so fucking weird doing the frog splash. Like, that just doesn't look right on him at all. I don't know why he carries on doing the frog splash, because it just doesn't look right on him. It looks so fucking weird, like so fucking weird. We had lots of clotheslines to CM Punk throughout this whole match. We had loads of power bombs to CM Punk as well, that CM Punk just kicked out of everything and anything. There was a moment where Gunther was standing up on the announce table, and then CM Punk swept his feet from underneath him. He smashed his face on the announce table and then was bleeding, which was cool to see, because I don't think Gunther's bled that much in a match ever. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. I don't think he has. Since he's joined WWE, he has not bled to the point of it being all down his face. So that was very fucking cool to see. Very cool to see. I knew from that point, when Gunther was bleeding, that CM Punk was going to get a burst of energy, because obviously he was struggling to like concentrate, because it was all down his eyes and all in his mouth, and that he was struggling to concentrate. So CM Punk was able to do the go to sleep, not once but twice, and CM Punk won and became our new World Heavyweight Champion, to the point that he was crying, to the point that he was tearing up because crying. I'd probably say he was crying, because his eyes were very watery and the fucking water coming from his eyes, so he was crying. But it lasted for 5 minutes. And you know what this annoyingest thing about that is? That Drew McIntyre's title run was also cashed in on by Damian Priest, and that was 5 minutes and 46 seconds. CM Punk's title run was exactly 5 minutes. So Drew McIntyre was a longer World Heavyweight Champion than CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre is going to run the fucking shit out of that now. Now he will know that he was a longer champion than CM Punk. He is going to fucking run with that now for fucking years, probably. So that's the only annoying thing. I'm not bothered about what happened next, but I am annoyed that they didn't let him at least have 6 minutes, but at least he beat Drew McIntyre's title run. But no, he had a 5 minute celebration where he was very happy that he was our new World Heavyweight Champion. And then Seth freaking Rollins' music hit. He came hobbling with his crutches and the brace on. Warned CM Punk that he is Money in the Bank holder and he has a year to cash it in. Well, just under a year to cash it in. He started walking away. Paul Heyman should have walked with him, because I think I would have believed it a little bit more if Paul Heyman walked with Seth Rollins to the back of the to a gorilla position, but he didn't. He just standing there like kind of sideways, holding the briefcase up in the air, and then Seth stopped, dropped the crutches, took the brace off, took his jacket off, ran down to the ring, grabbed Jessica the referee, beat the shit out of CM Punk with punches, elbows to the face, as Punk was trying to get him up the position of GTS. It's like elbowing the shit out of him. I'm like, fucking hell, Seth, calm down, mate. Beat him up with the briefcase. stomp the living shit out of CM Punk and our new world heavyweight champion and the trickster of the century, the heist of the century 2.0 for Seth. He is our new world heavyweight champion, and I fucking knew it from the beginning. I'm in a wrestling group chat, right? And I'm not going to say who, because I'm not going to give him any airing time on the name. But there was a guy in the group chat who, and I said this to him like I think like a week ago now, or 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks ago. I said this whole Seth Rollins injury is fake. It's a storyline, and he will cash in on CM Punk at SummerSlam. And he called me a dumb wrestling fan. He called me an idiot. He called me something else as well. I can't remember what it was, but he called me something else. And look what fucking happened. And like I said, as soon as it fucking happened, I went on that group chat immediately and I put, I fucking told you. What did I say? It was a storyline this whole time. I knew from the Monday Night Raw after Saturday Night Main Event that was a fake injury. I knew straight away. Like, after it happened, I didn't. After it happened, I genuinely thought it was an injury, because the way that his knee buckled, his facial expressions, LA Knight's facial expressions, and how he was acting. So after that, I knew. I thought it was an injury. I thought he genuinely had injured himself, and the way, and also Paul Heyman's face as well. And then obviously people backstage. News outlets started coming out saying that it was genuine, because even wrestlers backstage were very concerned, and it was led on as an actual injury. So I was believing it until Monday Night Raw happened. And then when Monday Night Raw happened, LA Knight done an interview about the injury to Seth, and I was like, that's very odd. And then also Paul Heyman saying that we had an update on Seth Rollins, and he didn't give us an update. He just said that Seth has a year to cash this Money in the Bank briefcase in, and that was it. So we had no update. And also throughout the whole night, Michael Cole kept mentioning Seth Rollins' injury. So I knew as soon as Raw finished that was a storyline injury. If they didn't do the update with like Paul Heyman doing an update, and they didn't do the interview with LA Knight on this match that just happened a couple of nights ago, I would have probably believed that Seth was actually injured. But them doing that, deciding to do the interview with LA, and the fact that the commentator kept mentioning Seth's injury as well, and the whole Paul Heyman update was not even an update on Seth, I knew immediately that Seth Rollins was not fucking injured. And like I said it in the group chat, and I was called a dumb wrestling fan and an idiot. And who's the fucking idiot now, huh? Who's the fucking idiot now? Because look, I got it right. I knew that this was a storyline injury. I don't know why I'm pointing, because Seth Rollins isn't on the screen currently, so I don't know why I'm pointing, unless I find a little, I could find actually a picture of Seth and just put him here, actually. I'll put Seth Rollins here somewhere. I knew immediately that Seth was not actually injured after Raw, and he was going to cash in at SummerSlam, and that's exactly what happened. I'm sorry, CM Punk, I booked Seth Rollins to cash it in. I booked him to fake an injury, and I booked him to cash it in because I want to see him. No, I'm joking, but it's just funny that everybody in the group chat was like, yeah, right, yeah, they're going to do that with that storyline, yeah, Seth's going to fake an injury for a storyline, yeah, definitely, that's stupid. Yeah, okay. Fucking got it right, didn't I? People, if you're watching this in the group chat, I got it right. What can I say? But yeah, I don't know how to feel, because I think you can sort of see. Obviously, I've got a CM Punk poster here. I've got a CM Punk tattoo. I've got CM Punk behind me. I've got a CM Punk teddy. I wore CM Punk gear to a TNA event in 2014. Well, CM Punk wristbands anyway. I wore CM Punk when I went in 2012 to see CM Punk. But if you can, I'm not going to lift my phone up, but if you can slightly see there, you can slightly see that says Rollins, right? I've been a Seth Rollins fan for... I've been a CM Punk fan since 2011, so 14 years. I've been a Seth Rollins fan since 2012. Obviously, I didn't like him from 2014 to 2016. When he started the whole feud with Triple H, I started to like him again. But for a couple of years, I didn't like him. So technically, from 2012 to 2025, that's 13 years. Take 2 years off that. For 11 years, I've been a fan of Seth Rollins for 11 years. And I've been a fan of CM Punk for 14. So that's very, very fucking close that I've been a fan of the both of them. And they just so happen to absolutely hate the fuck out of each other. And that's generally, they do not like each other. I don't think they hate each other anymore. From watching the Unreal documentary, I don't think they hate each other anymore, but I definitely don't think they like each other. Like, they're not going to become friends. They're not going to become the best of buddies. But I don't think there's hatred as much as there was there. I think they just don't like each other now. But of course, they're both my favourites. Like, Seth Rollins, in my opinion, is the GOAT of the WWE. In my opinion, he is the GOAT of the industry for me, for many, many reasons that I won't get into right now, because it would be too long. But for me, Seth is the GOAT. And like I said, I've loved CM Punk for 14 years, and I've loved Seth Rollins for 11 years. I've been a fan of them both for that long. And I don't know how to feel about it, because obviously CM Punk has become world champion. Like, he is in the history books now as world champion, whether it was for a minute or a fucking year. He has been world champion in WWE again. So that's fucking, I'm so grateful that we got to see CM Punk as world heavyweight champion for 5 minutes. Like, beyond grateful that he got to do that for 5 minutes. But I love Seth. I love Seth, and I miss Seth on Raw. Like, I hate watching Raw about Seth Rollins. Like, it's just weird. Like, it's so bizarre, Seth not being on Raw. Like, it's so fucking weird. So I'm beyond happy that my storyline that I predicted from the couple of nights after Sunrise main event was correct. I'm so beyond happy that it's correct, and he wasn't actually injured. Like, it was a storyline injury, and I'm so fucking glad that it was a work injury. I am so glad. Work injury or not work? No, it's a work injury. Yeah, work. It's a work. I'm so glad it was a work. I'm so fucking glad it was, because Seth Rollins is back on Monday Night Raw. We're actually having a proper championship match opportunity, wrestling match now, with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, that they wanted to do at WrestleMania 40, but Seth was dealing with a lot of injuries, so the match wouldn't have been as good anyway. And then CM Punk was obviously got injured during the Royal Rumble, so they were going to do CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40, but obviously Punk got injured. Seth was already injured, and then Seth obviously went on to do something else because Punk was injured for a while. Punk, when he came back, he came after Drew, because Drew took him out at the Royal Rumble 2024, and they haven't really gotten the opportunity to meet until last year again. And then obviously they had the rivalry up until WrestleMania 41, when Seth Rollins turned heel. I don't know if he really is heel, but and then obviously Paul Heyman turned on both Roman and CM Punk to align himself with Seth Rollins. But we haven't had a proper rivalry with CM Punk and Seth Rollins where it includes a championship, and that's what they want to do. That's what they wanted to do in the first place, but obviously they couldn't do that because of Seth's injury and Punk's injury. So they couldn't do that at WrestleMania 40. So now we've got the actual rivalry that we've all wanted, which is Seth Rollins versus CM Punk for a World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm beyond happy that Seth cashed in last night. Beyond happy, because Seth's back in WWE. I get to see CM Punk and Seth Rollins in the same sentence. I get to see Seth Rollins this month now, possibly in a rivalry with CM Punk, which is going to be fucking insane to see if those two are having a match at Clash in Paris and I get to see those two in the ring together. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, holy fucking shit. So I'm beyond happy that this whole injury was storyline a work, and I'm so glad that Seth Rollins is back in WWE, and he is champion, and we get to see. Hang on, guys, hang on. Sorry, guys, my nose keeps getting really blocked. The point is making me want to gag. Fucking hell. I don't know if you understand what I'm on about, but when your nose gets really blocked to the point that it kind of makes you feel a bit like gaggy, it's really fucking annoying. Anyways, I'm glad that we get to see CM Punk and Seth Rollins go head to head for the World Heavyweight Championship, which is what I wanted at the beginning. So I'm beyond happy, and I did give this match a 5 out of 5 because I felt it was booked to perfection. The cash in by Seth was absolutely fucking incredible. The whole match was fucking incredible. So I did give this match right here a 5 out of 5. But yeah, guys, that was my review of Night 1's SummerSlam. Obviously we've got Night 2 tonight, and I will do a review again for tonight's SummerSlam tomorrow. Hopefully it's fucking as good or better than tonight's last night's SummerSlam. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments down below what was your ratings for this week's this week's yeah, but last night's SummerSlam. Again, I gave it a 3 out of 5 because I didn't think it was great, but it wasn't terrible. But yeah, anyways, this is, and also your favourite match, and I haven't done my favourite match. My favourite match of the night was, of course, Gunther versus CM Punk. Yeah, Gunther versus CM Punk. But let me know down below your match of the night and your ratings for last night's SummerSlam, because I'll be very intrigued to know what match you thought was the match of the night and your ratings for last night's SummerSlam. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the Night 2 review tomorrow, and yeah, this has been Charlie, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.